go. The last convention of the year.
That was intense.
The 3. We did 3 this year. Your first 3 ever.
Yes, I was wiped by the end of this one. I mean, I was just laying on the bathroom floor to get away from all the people who were pestering me. I was so out.
You nearly broke down.
I did. At the very end.
Nearly. Is it considered nearly if you're walking down the street crying?
No.
Okay.
You made me cry.
Effectively broke down. Listen, this vlog is going to be jumping back and forth. We're going to have a conversation with you about our experience at PAX, and we also, of course, have a ton of footage sharing with you the journey.
And what we did at PAX.
So, stay tuned, and let's go ahead and cut to a little bit of that.
So earlier this week, before we came to PAX, we did a video highlighting 10 different publishers that we thought were going to do fantastic.
Some of our favorite at the show, and of course, there's a few that didn't make it to that list.
And so now we are going to touch base with every single one of them and let you know how they did and what our final thoughts are on the con.
And also highlight a few of the booths that we've been excited about discovering. For instance, I'm going to steal the camera from her here. We have a Jurassic Park behind us, or Jurassic World from Prospero Hall. I got a chance to sit down and demo this game, Shira.
I didn't.
No, you were running around talking with people. It is a legacy game full of some incredible packets that calls back to not just Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, but all the glorious nostalgia I have from when I was 12 in between.
That's fantastic.
So,
I cannot wait.
Keep your eyes out. I'm hoping we get a chance to actually demo it on camera for you all before it arrives. So I'm standing here at the empty shelves of Ivy Studios booth. I mean, honestly, guys, this is a bad look. It's a bad look. You have a customer here. He'd probably pick something up.
He owns it.
But you don't. Oh, he already owns it.
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't have anything left.
No, we sold out, and I am very, very happy, but also sad.
Yeah.
Because we want to give people games.
Okay.
And we want them to be able to play them immediately.
Sure. Yeah, it seems like a bad tactical move to only have 100.
It was more than 100. It was, I don't know how much more than 100 it was, but it was more. But I am sad, obviously. Oh wait, no, I already did sad. I'm happy that I don't have to carry any of these home.
That's fair.
Them in my car.
That's fair. And you didn't bring your table up from Tennessee this time.
No, I didn't. It was too far.
Ivy Studios, they have some great stuff coming out. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about.
You can talk about anything this time.
Oh, you can talk about anything?
Yeah.
All right, so Moonrakers Wave 2, Season 2 is going to be amazing. They're changing and iterating on the system that you already love. I'll handle the other ones. So I stole Jesse's camera, and I'm here to tell you about Moonrakers Summer. We are coming out with 3 box expansions of Moonrakers this summer. It's going to be great. It's going to be on Kickstarter. Not quite sure exactly when it's going to happen, but we've been play testing them. They're super fun. I cannot wait to show you what we've got in store. It's going to be great. So many Moonrakers things playing this summer. Be watching out for it. No idea. Hey man, I found this. Can I have it back? No, yeah, I found it. Okay, it's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know. It's still recording. I don't know why. I don't know.
We're at the con and we're at Button Shy Games, and I actually got a chance to play this one last night, Rove, and I taught it to Jesse. And I think it is the first solo game that I've thoroughly enjoyed. I like how portable it is. I liked how the puzzle changes. You can make it at different difficulty levels. And I'm enthralled. And it's actually in my backpack right now in case Jesse dives into some deep conversation and I have to have something to occupy myself with.
I've grabbed a pile of things from Inside Up Games that I haven't had the chance to play before. Massive fan of some of the designs they've made, but they have a new game coming out in just a little bit. You want to talk about Earth?
Sure, yeah, Earth right behind us right here, nice and beautiful. So that'll be hitting Kickstarter hopefully February 1st. It is a phenomenal engine building, card drafting, tableau building game where you will combine everything you love about some of the most famous games, putting into half of the time. So what you're doing is you are drafting cards into your tableau, creating a wonderful naturescape, building up what you can for the growth there, the compost that you're going to need the compost you may need to grow said things, the soil you're going to need, the plant growth, and what is most exciting about the game is there's no wait time for everybody. So when I'm getting a major action, everyone else is getting a minor action on my turn. When they're taking their major action, I'm getting a minor action. So everybody's involved.
Don't worry, we have a prototype that we're bringing home that we'll be showing off. How's the con been for you overall?
Good. It started off a little quiet on Friday. I was a little bit nervous, but man, we got slammed on Saturday.
Awesome. I love it. All right, Inside Up,
we'll be showing off some stuff soon.
So one booth that was not on my list that I have to give a shout out to is Stronghold Games, Terraforming Mars, my all-time favorite game. I think it's gonna be #1 as soon as I make my top 10 list. I have to give them some love. This game is fantastic. It has every single mechanic I want. Area control, drafting, tableau building, resource management. It is fantastic. And I mean the big box game, and I want it all.
All right, I was able to stop by Terrible Games with John DeCampos.
Howdy.
Good sir. How's the con been for you?
Killer, man. I mean, you know, it's a marathon for real. Like, I've had a couple people who have known through the gaming world come up to me and be like, hey man, you check out anything cool? Like, no. I've been living at this booth for the last 3 days.
Yeah, but Token Terrors is doing fantastic. Been demoing it all week. They have no product left, and Black Mold, which if I can get a shot of the sign, it's a game where you hold your breath. You want to give us a 30-second on it?
Yeah, so in Black Mold, you are a prisoner trapped in a subterranean compound that is completely coated in black fungal growths that are breathing plumes of poisonous hallucinogenic fog into the air. And in order to survive and escape, you must limit your exposure to the atmosphere so your turn lasts as long as you can hold your breath.
Yeah, we'll be playing it.
Overall, PAX was
A really fantastic and enjoyable experience. It just lasted 2 hours longer than I needed it to.
it was overwhelming. So many incredible people that we didn't get a chance to capture on camera. We got a chance to meet with a lot of people, though, and a ton of games, a ton of booths, a ton of networking, a ton, combined with the fact that, by far, the Philadelphia Convention Center is the worst ran and the worst laid out convention and city I have ever been to.
They chose the farthest door to have us enter through every single day. That created a triply looped line to get in on, I believe it was Saturday. Additionally...
Oh, and let's talk about the fact that...
Our media badges don't get us in anywhere. They don't get anywhere diddly squats.
That's fine. I'm not even worried about that. Let's talk about the fact that they have fake security lines, which has been a known issue, but also the COVID vax mandate. I made a whole video talking about how they were being serious and strict about this. I'm sorry. If you had anyone's pass and scanned it into your app, they didn't care a bit. So I'm not saying a lot of people snuck in, but I am saying that
it was possible to
as far as a show of care, they certainly pretended. But the Philadelphia Convention Center across the board just is miserable.
Yeah.
That being said, PAX Unplugged as a whole, the Enforcers, which is the PAX squadron and the team of people wearing the purple shirts, and the actual publishers and booths that were there, were incredible. We got a chance to see and interact with a lot of games and booths that have new products coming out that we're really excited about for 2022.
Another game from AEG that I'm not able to walk home with right now is Rolling Heights. And that is because it hasn't been released yet. We played a prototype, and my god, the production quality for the prototype was beyond. And this game, for me, beats our Cubitos, beats our Quacks. It is so much fun. And I want it to just be produced already. I want to take it home from this con, and I can't.
So honestly, it's a little embarrassing how bare your shelves are at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were just kind of like ransacked. We just couldn't keep up with the demand.
What happened? It is midday on Sunday, and there is, as far as I can tell at Board Game Tables, no product left.
We have one copy of On Tour here. The problem is that we make the best games in the industry, Jesse.
Okay.
And so because of that,
more of them.
Yeah, that's the problem.
This is a you problem.
We're trying to talk to our manufacturer.
Are you trying to say this is a me problem?
I'm going to say that this is probably all because of your video.
Okay. No, well, certainly not that.
It's definitely that. Because, I mean, Ivy Studio also sold out of all their Moonrakers, so have you, like, publicly shamed them as well?
I actually did publicly shame them as well, yes. We did. We publicly
and you
shamed.
also covered that, so I'm saying if there's a correlating response here, it is you.
You both make good games. Either way, what do you have coming down the line? What are you excited about here for the company?
So we have a Kickstarter that will be delivering here in just about a month.
Yep.
And on that Kickstarter, there is one game that I'm particularly excited about. Ryan Courtney, the designer of Pipeline, designed a game for us called Bear Raid. It is basically stockpile, but like on drugs. It is an amazing visceral experience of like stock market manipulation, short selling, numbers flying up and down, people going bankrupt. It is a blast. It is like an economic party game.
Love it.
It is just a very fun, wild experience. You know my game group in Cleveland.
I do.
There are a lot of heavy gamers. It was our game of the year easily. And I think it is fantastic. Bear Raid by Ryan Courtney.
This one isn't even on my radar, so I'm going to have to dig in, do some research along with you, the audience. Bear Raid.
Bear Raid.
We've got it. Okay, I'm excited.
Bye.
This is the part of the vlog where I steal the camera and go buy things that I don't need. It has to happen every single con, and so you are lucky to be a part of this journey. So first item that I don't need is a t-shirt with a, let's see if I can do this on camera. Not successfully. All right, here we go. With a yellow meeple made out of a bunch of symbols. They didn't have blue, which, as all of you know, is my favorite color. So I got yellow, which is the next best because that's Jesse's. And so hopefully I'll wear it on the channel, give them a little bit of support. The next thing I got was this little dog pile game, where basically you have a bunch of dogs and each card is another puzzle, arranging the dogs on the puzzle. I like little things I can carry with me and do while Jesse's busy socializing. Socializing is not always my thing, so there's that. And then the last thing is a new project that I'm starting to work on, which is this metal earth. It's a peacock. Peacock, next to Raven, a peacock is my next favorite bird because it is so pretty. I like building models. I like doing tactile things. Jesse likes woodworking, and I put together like some of the inserts and the box organizers that we got, and I really enjoyed the process. So I saw these here. They're like little metallic models that you can display. They look really fun to do, so I'm gonna give them a shot. Apparently there's a lot more of them out there and they're not rare, so I only bought one to start with, even though I had like 7, and Jesse's like, okay, pick 1 or 2. So we're gonna give it a shot.
So right between us here is gonna be the sign for Sea of Havoc, a game that Jerry Howard came back to play twice. We have a prototype we're going home with. Rock Manor Games, can you give me a 30-second on what it is and what people should be paying attention to?
Sure. So Seas of Havoc is a worker placement naval skirmish game where you build your deck and you play cards that show you how your ship maneuvers, and you're trying to line up shots to score infamy on the Seas of Havoc and be the most infamous pirate/privateer around. The interesting thing about it, I think, is that it's had a very long process to get to this point. The game was designed by Sebastian and Peter in school when Sebastian was a student, and then it went on to win a Canadian Game Design Award in 2016, and I didn't hear about it until COVID 2020 when we did like a digital Unplugged pitch.
The best part about it, to really immerse you in the game, is everything inside the box is going to be fully salted. That means everything you lick will have the flavor of the sea imbued in it.
That may or may not be true, but what is true is we actually are going to do all wooden components. So,
cool. Very cool.
You know, we're going to have wooden ships and wooden meeples, and we're trying to lean into the Age of Sail thing.
I love it. We'll have a prototype coverage here soon. Just a first look, though, because it's been here on the table and people are loving it.
Yeah, and if you check out our haul video, I mean, we came home with 36 new things to produce content on.
Yeah, some games that we haven't ever played before, 4 or 5 different prototypes that we're really excited to showcase. Yeah. There is a lot currently coming down the wire, and a lot that we're really excited to share with the audience. From PAX Unplugged, what is your best and worst memory?
Best memory is meeting Monique Naveen.
Yeah. You freaked out.
I fangirled them hardcore. I mean, they produce such fantastic content. They do really thorough, accurate gameplays. And they don't just do it of the light stuff. They do deep dives into the Lacerda games.
We need to go visit them to learn how they do it.
Or play games with them. I mean, I would love to get some gameplays with them online as well. They are people who I aspire to be like in terms of their gameplay content creation. I love it. And so it was such a pleasure meeting them. I know you've met them before. They're so nice, so relatable. I got a picture with them. Yeah, that, and then meeting Eric Ling as well. Like, just meeting people who I consider celebrities.
So one of the companies we told you about was Tracy Boards, some of the best crokinole boards in the industry, and this guy here has been running the tournament here.
What's up? Hey, I'm Corey. We're running Tracy Game Boards, CrokinolGameBoards.com. We had an event with 64 players in it yesterday, and a doubles event before that with another 64. We had free play all weekend. selling a bunch of Tracy boards at CrokingoGameBoards.com.
You told me Friday you guys had no stock left.
Oh yeah, we sold out before 8 p.m. on Friday. So next year, if you want a board, come on Friday, and they're all sold out.
What kind of a deal were you doing this year? What were people getting?
We were using boards in the tournament, so we were giving a slight discount on the boards with everything we were giving away, plus the 20 holders and extra pucks. It ended up being about a $100 discount, so people...
I told you they were not going to be available. If you missed out, you're either going to have to order it online, or you're going to have to come play in the tournament next year on Friday and grab one yourself. Alex from Board Game Co., we're stopping for a little bit of food, but I found a game that he is going to be blown away by. Alex, you ready for this?
What's up?
You ready? Okay.
This is a great game.
Alex, we can play 5 and 6 player now.
Who's we?
You, me,
No,
and
I agree to
everyone
3 and
else.
4.
What?
I agree to 3 and 4.
No.
Okay, make a deal. Make a deal.
Game of
I'll play
Thrones
this
Catan.
twice, and
It's
that counts as
happening.
6.
I'm so excited.
Alright, so I'm over here at Smirk and Dagger, and they have a little secret.
Hey there, everybody. So I have kind of a sneak peek at something that we are working on for this coming year, and it's called Boop. It's about cats jumping onto a bed and bouncing other cats off. And interestingly, it's a deceptively clever, pretty finky abstract strategy game about cats jumping on the bed and dislodging the other cats. So really fun.
So I love Shobu, and they're in the process of creating another abstract puzzle game, and I'm super excited. If we get enough comments below that says dragons over cats, they might consider putting in a dragon iteration and not just doing cats.
True. And, by the way, this is a design by Scott Brady, who also did Hues and Cues, which is an amazing game also. So take a look for it coming up this year.
So certainly one of my most anticipated is going to be Final Girl from Van Ryder Games. It was and is the single highest funded solo game on Kickstarter, and they have a season 2 coming soon. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, we've got season 2 coming January 11th to Kickstarter. We're very excited about it. The reception to the game has been fantastic. We're going to have 5 new killers, new locations, new Final Girls, and we're going to create an amazing box that is going to store each season. So
just has everything like
there January 11th.
Sealed together January 11th. Here's the thing, Final Girl, at least what you brought here is down to the scraps.
We sold out play mats. That's probably the most wanted item, both here and elsewhere, because they do such a good job organizing the gameplay. The miniatures are sold out of some of the feature films. The new films are going to be amazing. You guys are going to recognize some of them based on some very popular horror films. So make sure you check it out.
PAX was awesome. Probably some of my favorite moments had to do with meeting people as well. I mean, I get to hang out with Table Knots. I get to hang Max from Table Knots. I get to hang from Jazz from the Lobby of Hobbies. I got to meet Covray, which I'm super excited about. Play some games with them. I played a game called Green Always Wins, which is a cute little party game that only has one core rule, which is
Green always
wins. It was really, really cute and fun.
When did you play this?
I played it the night that you were, what were you doing? You were upstairs sleeping because you went to bed at 9.
Yes. Oh, that was the first night we got there, because I drove
yeah.
and you took a nap the whole way.
And I didn't have a key card, so I patiently waited downstairs playing games until you woke up and let me in. I remember that. The worst part of the convention for me was hands down trying to play games in the convention.
Yeah, you took away that you do not ever want to play games in a convention setting.
Not actually sit down and learn something heavy. It's too... Some conventions work for it. Tantrum Con, Washington Con, BGG Con, those work for it. But PAX Unplugged, Gen Con, Origins, these massive cons, it's too much. There's too many variable things distracting me. It's overwhelming. I'm hungry. I'm impatient. You play with random people, and sometimes they take a long time. And that's nothing against them or how they play. I also understand, because it's so chaotic. How could you ever process and focus on something heavy? But man, that was... I loved the game we played. Yeah. But it was such a hard experience to just sit there for hours.
I relate to it. That day, it was Saturday, you were just gone by the time you finished playing that game. I ended up going to learn 2 or 3 different games, and the same thing, that you're playing with strangers who don't necessarily know your play style, and because I've tried to get quicker and quicker at my turn and have less analysis paralysis, they don't have that pressure on them. They don't have to produce content. So there was a lot of thinking and hemming and hawing that I was like, oh my goodness.
What a difference, though, from Gen Con, where you...
I was the one who was having so much fun the first 2 days.
Gen Con, where you nearly left,
Yeah.
to PAX U, where you're going from table to table playing games with strangers you don't know.
Yes. It is a migration. So the one thing that my worst part was just the cumulative effect of the socializing. At the very end, and I mean, it was Sunday at 4 o'clock. I was so tired.
6, I believe.
No, it was 4 o'clock when I wanted to leave.
Oh, 6 is when we actually left.
That was when I started feeling zonked. And I was getting very tired, and I didn't want to have a smile above my mask. I didn't want to be saying hi to everyone who came up and just being nice. I just wanted to shut down. And Jesse still had stuff he wanted to do to close out. And so I went and I actually put my head down at IV Games, but then people were worried because when I'm tired, I don't hide it at all. I don't try to hide it. I'm just an open book. And I was so zonked, and you took forever to close out past what I was expecting. And I really should have just gone back to the hotel.
We could have communicated.
Yeah, we could have communicated. 100%. I should have just gone back to the hotel and laid down. But then that just kind of was like, it spiraled, and I was just so tired. It was a long week. I had some family stuff going on in the beginning of the week.
And then we walked outside, and on the way back, there was a band that started playing music to close off the ceremonies, and it was just noise and loud and tunnel.
Yeah, it was
and you were
stimulation.
done. That was it.
I was like,
too much. You're like,
yeah.
I just want quiet.
Yeah. I literally locked myself in the bathroom just to get the quiet from, and it was all my friends who were around me at that point, and all people who I love and care about, but I didn't want anyone to make noise at me. Yeah. I just wanted utter silence.
Saturday was sort of my day. Saturday also zoned me out. I mean, I think when we approach conventions going forward, Saturday is going to be a day where we don't go to the convention hall, because Sunday was too much for you, but valuable for me, and Saturday I was just at a breaking point. So Friday was a great day, but exhausting.
I think Saturday if we use...
We're going to go to a park. We're going to take it back off. We're going to go camping or something.
Or even somewhere where we can play games one-on-one with each other. Like some of the games that we've picked up.
Maybe invite 2 or 3 friends specifically.
Like, hey, we're going to be at this location. Come meet up with us, but not in the hall.
Not the hubbub of it. If there was a board game store or something close by, I'd even consider being like, hey, we're just going to go sit at a board game store and hang out and play.
Another thing that was really, really cool about this con was that room of games that are not yet published yet. The up-and-coming games. I really enjoyed walking through there with you. We only did it for about 5 minutes, and I'm hoping to incorporate that in the next
Into our routine a little bit more.
But there was a really cool Euro game being demoed that I'm excited about. Hopefully they reach out to us.
It's called Woodworker or Woodcrafter or something?
Something around making different pieces of wood. And it was really cool looking, and I hope they get it published.
Yeah. Well, they are publishing it, I believe. They're currently in production.
Okay.
Like, currently going towards Kickstarter.
Okay.
This is their playtester, unpub still.
Yeah.
Either way. Overall, PAX, good experience with a variety of lessons learned.
Yes. We're actually going to put out a video ranking the 3 conventions that have happened this year and what our takeaways are from each one of them.
And what we expect going into next year.
Yeah. We'll do a little synopsis, convention recap.
Yeah. Cool. So, with that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I don't know if we signed out on the vlog or we signed out here in the studio.
We didn't sign out on the vlog. I was zonked.
But either way, we'll see you next year.